So the code snippet on screen is basically what we're working with here. I ran into an issue, pause if you want to look at this by the way, but I ran into an issue where well, one, I didn't get to test enough, and two, I'm pretty sure I forgot something that I was told before. So yeah, we'll find out what happens. I mean, we don't need to find out what happens, you know what's going to happen, because the second version, as we get Azal Scars, is that oh goodness, my body. The second version is just going to happen guaranteed, so I don't need to worry about it. What I was running into, so to state the issue, message logs. I think it would, what I would guess is, I think Scars question mark. I'm going crazy. What I'm guessing is happening is that when I use message log, it tries to spit out two separate messages, because as we get into Azal Scars here, and to explain, the syringe here also displays a message, so I'm wondering if the pick function, we'll call it a function, causes basically some interference. Now, that's kind of strange because the way I have it now, so I want this to spit out a message, as you can see. If you didn't see the code, basically, when I win in combat and I have this item in my inventory, basically, it'll spit out a message saying so. I don't need to spit out a message to have the effect happen, and in fact, in World of War, there are more than a few effects that don't tell you that they're happening, but they happen, as we get Dexterity, Second Mystery, Strength, Tachi-san, Charisma, and maybe a Knowledge check. But if I'm just going crazy, then it's likely just me going. I would bet against myself that I'm going crazy here. But again, I think it's partly because, actually, you know what I should have tested? I should have tested not using the syringe, but only using the Lucky Mushrooms. We'll call them the items by name because that's what I'm using here, for less confusion, because I'm already confusing enough yapping on. But if we're to work here, just to make sure that this works, so I have it in video format, yeah, we're just going to do this here. So footage, we'll do basically a basic run here. So footage, bulletin, scissors, metamorphosis, flood, that's a mystery. That's a mystery lineup. I have the syringe already, and we're in Scars, so we're going to do scissors now. Yeah, we'll do it now. But yeah, basically running into, I don't think there are any weird bugs at message log. I think it might just be me. But if it's not, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, there might be some interference when using functions nested inside another, not a function, but when calling something inside of the function. In this case, I know there's also the AnyPrize function, but I forgot which one was defunct. That's how little testing I've done, because again, if you didn't already know, I've been sick. Oh my goodness, I thought I did a thing. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do a thing. So, let's wait. Is that right? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. Basically, I know I updated. That's all I have to say. Or that's all I'm probably going to say here. Question mark? Well, hey. But then, yeah, so you see here, it says, for science, that's the message being thrown out for syringe. The Lucky Mushrooms will throw out their own message, which is, these mushrooms will make you feel lucky. Now, again, if I throw in basically a function, because what I wanted to do is that basically this procs on a 33% chance. I lowered the amount of experience from 10 to 5, and then just gave it to you. Now that's basically the band-aid fix, because essentially that is what's happening. You are getting overall about 50-ish experience per run if you have an item like this in your inventory. But adding in RNG, I think, is an important part. As much as I seem to complain about RNG, and actually I do complain about RNG, but that's RNG on me, and less so for like the player. But again, it's not entirely an atrocity that an effect is guaranteed to proc, whether good or bad. But if there are too many of them, then not just for variety's sake, but also it becomes. I know there's other ways to look at it about it. By the way, yeah, I think it's 5 bows here, but you know. So yeah, but yeah, I think I updated. Was there a setting? I think there was a setting I did not set. Well, I'm gonna see what happens. So off we go, and yeah, off we go. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure it'll happen again. That's a very common bug to run into when I do not set up things correctly. But as we go, we're probably gonna enter flood here. As I enter flood here, and that's right, I'm on Azal. That's all I was trying to test. Nothing. This might just be a 0.5 episode because I'm not even going to put an end screen. I'll take looting, by the way. But the unfortunate thing is, because I'm Miku, not getting my Doom increased here can mean a lot. Depends on what we're using here, but in the case of this syringe, I think it does. Yeah. So if I had gotten a Mayhem stack, I would be able to prep attack here, but because I only have 3 dexterity, basically, I can't do that, so we're just going to gamble. I mean, we have high accuracy in this encounter, but you get the point. In encounters with higher power levels, you want more consistency with your weapon, whether it's through your own stats giving you faster actions, or it is just leveling up faster and increasing your stats yourself. But, again, that's a small little variable among many in World of Horror. And for anyone who's newer and this is one of your first videos and didn't basically see any other videos, basically all you need to know is that the base encounters will still work as intended. It's other encounters that don't. What's my accuracy here? 75%? 50-50? Alright, cool. I didn't need to do that, by the way. This is just me going crazy. Now, thankfully, we're in Scars, so it doesn't hurt as much. Yeah, I know, dog, it doesn't hurt as much. But, yeah, it's not great. We do want to take this Researcher here, by the way. With Scars or Kana, if you get Kana instead. But on the Scars backstory, yeah, it is definitely, in my opinion, worth it if it brings the... I think this does bring the damage down to 1. We're gonna just rest here, by the way. I really shouldn't. With a fast weapon like the Syringe, it would behoove me to grab damage, but... Which is also the other reason why I kind of lament doing this. But I guess we're just going to flip some coins and see what happens. Thankfully, we're only taking -1 reason, so we can afford to kind of flip coins, because it would take really bad luck like that to keep missing 50% as if there were 33%. I'm still at 33% accuracy, by the way, so just wanted to let you know what's happening with my life. But, like, 33% could never be more real and unreal. At this point, I'm just doing this for interest's sake. At a certain point, though, I do want to trade off stamina for reason, because we're going to take the Restless bonus, so we might as well not basically lose a point in stamina as well. So for that reason, I think I'll just do this. I think I can do this? I'm about to find out. My mind... I'm not even sick right now, but my mind is going in my brain. So, as I move on... Sorry for the coughing, by the way. This is me. This is a recorded video. I could just mute myself, but hey, I think this is 9 damage. So funny enough, I could have just cursed Doll as well. I just realized I'm going crazy, but could also eat the lucky mushrooms. But I want the experience bonus just to see how far I would have leveled up. By the way, that's right. I have 6 funds, so my Doom is shooting up through the roof. But we'll use those in the next mystery. Calculated. I didn't forget. I swear. Because I want to take a pack of cigarettes. That way, I basically flush all my funds away, and then we have it for Metamorphosis here. And then we can profit. Hopefully these cost... Okay, well, they cost a bit much, so I'm going to tree for funds instead. And then we don't have any spells, so be it. If we get out of funds, fine, so be it as well. And we'll save these cigarettes for the end of the mysteries when we fight the boss. That also will carry us through to encounters in the 4th and 5th mystery, which will have a damage increase and a big HP increase. Well, 2 HP, but it's big compared to the usual HP scaling beforehand. But anywho... Enough talking, moving on with life. Which again, I'm kind of rushed for because, yeah, me being sick means a lot of good gets piled on my plate. But as we continue moving on and get drenched here, so my extra point in dexterity now does nothing. Yeah, we can do our best to still survive here. We have Forest, by the way. Did I need to switch? I think I had another Forest mystery as I roll an effective 12. It was 10 plus 2, but you get the point. RNG is a heck of a thing. I've not run into another custom enemy yet, so let's find out. Yeah, this is another one, and so be it. Now, thankfully, the HP damage and power still works out, and I think the experience might even be the same, but that's not always going to be the case. I just get so sad here because, yeah, I can't even fit in 3 attacks anymore, but you know what? Taking 1 point of stamina damage, it's perfectly fine with me. Now, this turn, on the other hand, is less desirable, but unless we miss a 98% and we miss a 96%, I shouldn't be too worried about it. I know we took another point of damage, but I was feeling not entirely excited. I could also just I could have thrown these or drank these, but just to isolate the lucky mushrooms. Let's just concentrate on that. Now, at this point, though, I should actually consider trying to recover some. Actually, the Eldritch Fluid is better to throw, so we'll take that instead. And then we'll keep 1 fund on us. I know that's Doom, but you take more Doom running or more damage overall running to out of funds. Again, just to remind everyone, Also, that's unfortunate. So I think we do actually have to eat these lucky mushrooms. But if nothing else, keep in mind that I would have gotten 5 experience per thing. Also, before I entered this, I should have actually grabbed another brick. So I have more damage to throw, but it's too late now. So I guess it is time. Because, yeah, I could have recovered through this. So I didn't really need to do what I just did. But why is this enemy doing -4 all, by the way? Is that normal? I think that's normal. Anywho. We're just gonna gamble for giggles at this point. Let's just see if I have back-ended RNG at least. I did not. So, yeah, off we go. Keep in mind, even with that prep attack, I know we're drenched, but prep attack, still, even though we did a thing. So, 6 Doom, what was the thing? Why did I take an extra 2 points of Doom? Or 4 points of Doom? Curses. So, theoretically speaking, I should be taking 4 Doom at the end of every mystery. We're on our 4th mystery at 43% Doom, though. We can afford to take that. And, oh yeah, so we have footage and bulletin. So a lot of forced investigations, but first let's get through this downtown investigation, then we'll switch so we can get the most use out of these police patrols. In the meanwhile, my stamina is still in pain, but for the moment, we'll just tank it. And if we somehow lose to stamina, which is possible, because when I miss attacks like this, we have to take more stamina damage, as it turns out. But, yeah, so... Can I just do this, by the way? This is 9, yeah, this should be 9 HP. I'm just gonna try to math myself. Okay, I did. And then we have extra healing, but -1 max stamina. Again, there's a lot you could do with the perm plugin. Let's just, if it sounds like I keep complaining here and there, let's just say it outright. It does a lot. And even with current custom content capabilities, you can do a lot, even without the perm plugin. But yeah, it's a question of what's out there and what people are willing to make. I need to make sure. So basically, once we get to the village, we'll swap the police station. We'll also use these funds because, yeah, but because we keep rolling 12s, I mean, sure. We'll take the 3 reason hit. I need to level up. Adrenaline, but we take stamina. There's the downtown investigation, because Bulletin has one. It takes you to a lot of locations, basically. But the mystery Bulletin does. Bulletin. I'm going absolutely insane. But now we switch it to the forest because we want to investigate the forage. I could fight this phone if I so choose, but among the encounters we can run to, probably not a lot is going to threaten us. Except for the events. So... still though, because the phone does all damage, even if it's doing like -1 all damage right now, it's well worth what we're taking here in the face. And basically, I would rather take Doom is another way to say it at the moment. So we enter the portal, just take this in the face, trade off reason for stamina, funny enough. Because if nothing else, we would have the thingy-majiggy. A short little thing to note is that whenever you go to an otherworldly location, the game defaults you to, I think, the home location. I held my breath because I was like, there's no way I'm going to roll a 12 here, right? Well, guess I'm wrong. But yeah, they default you to the home location, which is something to also watch out for doing other things as well. Because sometimes you'll be... I think there's like one other instance in which you're snapped to a location, and if you're not doing a main investigation, you just get sucked over. Now, again, it's a small bug. I think this is just a name bug, right? Because everything else is fine. Yeah, everything else should be fine. So I don't really mind this no-name bug here, or no text, basically, bug, which is actually interesting, because, yeah, it also takes away the intro text. So, therefore, something must be interfering with basically the strings and Ito files, because it's not affecting the numerical values, if that makes any sense. But basically what I'm trying to... I was going to say something, now I forgot. Well, anywho, moving on. By the way, let's toss these funds away so I don't take more Doom damage, by the way. I would like to not take any more Doom damage. Now, the fact that I have a bunch of the curses here is not going to help, but we're effectively taking... well, not exactly, but effectively taking a Knight Errant penalty, which is still what I can take at this last mystery. So effectively, we have at least... Well, even just say 80% Doom, which is actually kind of high. But, hey, injury, experience... Oh, yeah, we have the experience rule now as well. Well... So this is going to be a funny little thing to do. If I want to be... So the consistent... My advised consistent strategy is right before the end of the mystery, which means you need to know World of 4, please, if you want to do these runs, Azel runs, is that You want to make sure you would probably go to the police station and dump all of your experience, but because I think I'm going to level up, the other way to look at it is if you can level up before the end of the mystery in an Azul experience mystery, then do so, because otherwise you're just going to be taking too much doom. You're taking that's too much doom. On top of the other rules that will likely proc in front of your face, you really don't want to be taking more than like 10 doom per mystery. There's no reason to basically reverse Toshiaki yourself. So, now that being said, encounters will still hurt, so that's another source of damage. But here, we do have the weird substance to kind of provide us a little boost, but we should be able to get out. We have to hit 3 of these, and unless I missed... Okay, good, I was about to say. I held my breath there, because missing that first one means I hold my breath. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, Azul is, you know, a lot of human error, but there are things, again, it's the experience rule. The experience rule, I think, is the biggest one that you can kind of finesse in terms of coming up with the strategy and sticking by it. There are other ways to dump your experience here and there as well, as I sit on all of this experience, but those are entirely different problems. We're going to heal Reason here. I know I have the weird substance, but I'd rather heal Reason. I think, actually... Okay, yeah, no, all of our stats already increased. So, we're just going to toss all of this out. I really hope Takshi-san comes up quickly in the lighthouse, because otherwise I'm gonna have a pretty bad time. But and if I didn't mention it earlier, basically the fact that the enemies' names and their intros are glitched, are bugged, really, is not bad, because at least the enemy still functions as intended. That's the thing. Now, I took... Why did I take some... Oh, I got a bunch of funds somewhere. But even with that, I think it was pretty bad. Where did all of this doom come from, by the way? Did I have the item rule? Injuries, allies, curses. Oh, it just adds up. Because we even remove like 10 doom from that. 7 doom I think was pretty bad here. But I mean, that's just me autopiloting, because for some reason where did all of these funds come from? Yeah, not really much else to say. I would have likely survived the lighthouse otherwise, because Takshi-san probably would have hit us like twice here, if even that much. And, yeah, that's all I really have to say. So without further ado, we're not ending this video with anything fancy, so I guess I'll see you in the next video!